You've made your choice.
Avada Kedavra.
Oh, it's good. I really missed him in the movies. So there is a dice behind it. Same for this one. 3, 0. It's like 1, 2. Let's try a unicorn. Or a spider. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, 4. It's 13.
Revelio.
No. See, I hope I'll get some more information on that. I'm just not sure if that's... Just need to be... like a sum of all those. There is no unicorn. Spider could work now. It's 2 and 4. 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a crap.
Revelio.
Okay. Get some more info on those later.
I wish there was something I could do to stand up.
Rivet gloves. It's like real RPG, always find something new, something better. These are nice. They're fancy.
I should have known better than to buy something from a child walking the streets of Hogsmeade. Little scallywag. Gold.
Gold, they said.
Work of a leprechaun. Stuff disappeared in a few hours. Such a
Oh.
Revelio.
They call it him.
Okay. Get to the classroom. Inquest.
Shouldn't get so upset in herbology. The rate you're going, you'll need a calming drink.
Let's make a quick look in the office and then we start the lesson. Oh, never mind.
Revelio.
Let's learn something new. Oh, Sebastian's there. Think?
Here, behind you.
Natsai Onai.
There is an open seat here.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Natty.
Natty.
So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work, but I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change, and growth charms. Anyone? Anyone?
Maybe us?
I am afraid
Slytherin?
it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all.
It's got the snakes.
By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm?
Don't think I do.
Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Accio. Steady your wand.
Accio.
Nice.
That is not bad.
It's perfect.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
Uncommon teaching techniques.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right?
Wow.
So why don't we have our newest students start us off?
Do you want me to do?
Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will, but instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. The trick is to pull the sphere as far as possible, but not a bit more, or it'll fall, yes? Now, I could keep talking about theory all day, but practice is the best professor. Show us how it's done.
Okay. No. So the certain charm Accio pulls the target closer to the caster. Tap the assigned key to cast Accio and pull the target closer. Tap the key again to cease casting the spell. No. Okay. This will help us. There we go.
Accio.
Splendid! Don't lose your composure. Excellent control there. That's it! Very good! Points to Slytherin. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes,
What are
sir.
the court rules? Accio sound the ball as close as you can to the edge without going over in order to score points, okay?
Be sharp.
So you go 1 by 1. Got 30.
Phew.
Okay, Bartholomew. Let's do it.
Accio. Stay focused.
Up.
Here we go.
Yeah, she's too good. Can I throw her off?
That is how it's done.
Yeah. I wonder if I could
Splendid!
push her
What's
off.
this? Yes!
Guess I didn't win this round.
Accio.
Well done.
Did have another run on that. Solar score winner, Natsai.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
Can we bet galleons?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it.
I wonder if I can
This
really
round
push her
settles
out.
it all.
Should try, maybe.
Let us see this.
Yeah. That's right.
Oh no!
Yes.
Accio.
Easy.
Very good.
Be sharp. Concentrate, Natsai.
Very good.
Accio.
Not exactly your typical lesson, is it?
No.
Not that I mind.
Not to worry.
Damn it. It's a bit quicker than I expected.
Watch this.
Yeah, I see. Okay. Did it quite right actually now.
Phew.
Good, I can lose mine.
Ah, you almost had it.
Almost. 1-1.
Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
Transferred here.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Uagadou just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. but I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Uagadou uses one.
Oh,
You can cast spells without a wand.
Oh,
it's
yes.
impressive.
I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
Yeah.
Is
Without
Uagadou a
it's cool.
castle like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
That's nice they're mentioning other schools.
Is Uagadou much bigger than Hogwarts?
Uagadou School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Uagadou, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Ciao.
Of course, you can
Revelio.
use Accio on humans, if you're so
A
inclined.
word, if you would.
Well, you'd be using Professor Ronan reminds me of my grandfather. Loads of wisdom, but a bit mad.
After my brother learned the summoning charm, it was constant Accio this, Accio that. Cutlery flying everywhere. Quite unsafe, really.
Imagine. Okay, I messed up. Let's talk to him.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Cool. Okay, first class student unlocked. Challenge complete. So we've done that. We need to attend Advanced Against the Dark Arts class still, which we will go to. Challenges, quests. Gear appearance reward. Complete 2 main quests. Wow, that's a nice cape. Let's see. Oh, okay. Okay. Something under T. Oh. These are all the spells then. Let's have a quick review of what we have. First, momentum. Slows both objects and enemies, giving you extra time to plan your next move. Glacius freezes enemies, increasing the damage they take from follow-up attacks. Levioso levitates objects and enemies, useful for solving puzzles and surprising enemies alike. Is that replacing Wingardium Leviosa then? Transformation. Transforms objects and enemies into alternate forms, whether puzzle solutions or harmless knickknacks. These are control spells. Then we have Force, Accio. Summons variety of objects and enemies to close range. Certain magical and heavy objects require sustained effort to pull close. When the summoned object reaches you, you will automatically cast Wingardium Leviosa to continue levitating and controlling it without the need for additional button inputs. So there is Wingardium. The Pulso repels many types of objects and enemies with considerable force. Although it deals no direct damage to foes, enemies and objects alike can be launched into each other with destructive results. Also useful for pushing and spinning objects for a variety of purposes. Deals no direct damage, but objects and enemies that are slammed to the ground will suffer considerable impact damage. Airborne enemies will take even greater damage upon hitting the ground. Then I have Flipendo. Okay, so Flipendo exists here too. Flips objects and enemies upwards and backwards. With its short cooldown, it is excellent for setting up and extending juggles. Its ability to flip objects instantly is useful for solving puzzles and exploiting certain enemies' weaknesses. Then we have damage spells, which are 5 of them. Starting with Bombarda, deals heavy damage on impact accompanied by explosion that can destroy heavy obstacles and hit surrounding enemies. That is something that Umbridge was casting on the Room of Requirement entrance when Harry was training other wizards there. Expelliarmus disarms wands and weapons from most enemies who wield them. Also deals damage to all enemies, even if they do not carry a weapon. Diffindo slashes objects and enemies from afar, dealing considerable damage. That's like a basic version of Sectum Sempra, which I really regret that's not gonna be in the game. Confringo, a long-range ball that deals damage on impact. Enemies hit with fire-based attacks will continue to take damage for a few seconds, during which time collisions will result in incendiary bursts. And then Incendio. Its range is short and requires you to be close to the target. This spell deals significant damage and lights certain objects on fire. Enemies hit with fire-based attacks will continue to take damage for a few seconds, during which time collisions will result in incendiary bursts. So these two are fire-based. Then you have utility spells or charms. So you have Disillusionment. Causes you to blend into your surroundings, making it more difficult for others to perceive you. Perfect for sneaking or approaching enemies undetected, to be able to cast Petrificus Totalis. Okay, so there will be no invisibility cloak, I guess, if there's a spell for invisibility. It's a shame. Lumus we already know. Reparo allows you to quickly return certain damaged objects to their former states. So that we could use on this statue we've seen, this shattered one, and use it on other stuff. Wingardium Leviosa, or Leviosa, levitates and controls a movable object, controls its position with your movement, and use buttons to fine-tune its distance and rotation. Wingardium Leviosa is automatically cast on objects sent to Accio. Then we have Transfiguration, conjuring spell, conjures items into existence when cast within the Room of Requirement. Altering spell, alter the physical forms and features of items when cast within the Room of Requirement. Evanesco, vanishes items and returns Moonstone when cast within the Room of Requirement. So this can only be cast in the Room of Requirement, I suppose. Won't be able to cast them anywhere else. Then we have Unforgivable Curses. So we have Imperio, temporarily forces enemies to fight as if they were your companion. While under your control, they take reduced damage from other enemies to prolong their allegiance to you. Also curses the victim, and cursed enemies take extra damage. Crucio causes most enemies to writhe in pain as they take damage over time. Also curses the victim. And Avada Kedavra, pretty self-explanatory, kills enemies instantly. And we have slots. So can I? Oh no, I don't want to do that. Okay. I'll have Accio 3 times now. But then there's other slots, so maybe I can switch between them. Have some essentials here. Basic cast, Revelio, Protego, Stupefy. So you've seen those before. You have Ancient Magic Throw. Summons and then throws special environmental objects at the targeted enemy, particularly useful for breaking through shield charms. Cast with Zeo and that prompt is hovering over an object. Ancient Magic. When at least one segment of your Ancient Magic meter is full, you can cast devastating Ancient Magic attacks that deal massive damage and break shield charms. Cast with X when you see the prompt over an enemy's head. That looks impressive. So, okay. Alohomora grants access to a variety of locked rooms and containers around the world, but requires magical prowess to perform successfully. Cast with F when prompted near a valid lock. And there seems to be a mini game there, Dan. Is it? I believe so. It's nice. That's cool. And then Petrificus Totalis. Powerful enough to bind most enemies permanently, but more dangerous foes will only take some damage and then quickly break free from the effect. Sneak up undetected to an enemy and press F when prompted to cast. Okay, so we know all the spells and charms that will be here. This would be our ultimate goal, I guess, for this playthrough.
Accio!
I can cast Accio whenever I want. I have 3 of them slotted.
Revelio.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
I am. Samantha Dale.
Hello, you wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
Thank you, but it really wasn't all that challenging.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be a bit overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I find Professor Ronan's lessons a bit more challenging than you do.
Oh well. They really are. These are paper birds.
Revelio.
Ugh.
Accio.
There we are.
What it was like in Hogsmeade before 1714.
These
I'd imagine things were far less orderly. I can appreciate
pages that I just found. Corkscrew brown. Powerful corkscrew handle design. Natural brown. I wonder if this page is somewhere here. Balance the Hogwarts Hogsmeade. Or here in no way like field guide. Because they count towards the field guide pages, but I don't see, I don't have anything unread.
but there's nothing like it after a crack.
Revelio.
To come back here later. is an astronomy tower. Stars. Holy.
Revelio.
Pretty sure there will be something here. Ah, here it is. That's why I heard it. Controls. Tapestry of Barnabas the Barmy. This tapestry depicts the wizard Barnabas the Barmy's foolish attempt to train trolls for the ballet. One can only imagine the impact on the arts had he succeeded. Who are you?
Revelio.
Is that the Baron? Yeah, didn't end well for him, it seems. He tried. That's what matters, right? Sometimes you just have to try.